What's speeding Ring Army? My name is Nice and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you all something a little bit different. Me and my friend Lightning got together to talk and review Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin. This is my first ever video where it's like a podcast, so this was a nice first time. Be sure to check out Lightning's channel. He's also an indie horror channel. Anyways, sit back, relax, and enjoy our review. So, the first thing, the whole premise and the whole plot of Ruin, what did you think about it?
I think Ruin, the whole plot of it, was done right. Like, Security Breach, they left a lot of things like a secret and a mystery.
Yeah.
But I think Ruin is just straightforward. Like, it gets told you, mission, find Gregory. Then when the game slowly goes on, you find that you start discovering some secrets. You start discovering and then finding out, like, Gregory's voice, like, glitching sometimes. Like,
that's
me and Markiplier and, like, half of the YouTubers, everybody, like, they knew he was, like, not Gregory. He doesn't sound like him.
To be honest, I didn't I didn't think that I didn't catch on to it, to be honest. Well, there was this one part where Gregory, I think towards the end, before we deactivate Roxy,
right at the end,
he was like, Roxy's the last node, deactivate Roxy, please help me. Right there, it was like a cut. That's why I was like,
it was like a glitch, like they used it was like an AI voice.
It was like a different type of cut that they used. That's why I was like, yeah, right there it was kind of suspicious. But other than that, me personally, I didn't think it was the Mimic the whole time.
Oh man, because guess what? You know what sucked for me? Because I went on Twitter 3 hours before it came out, because I was on Twitter because I thought I was safe.
Yeah.
I saw someone was like, look, it's a spoiler for the audio files. I didn't believe it at all. And on the audio file is Gregory saying, I'm not at the pizza place at the ending.
Oh,
and I was like, that's fake. That's so edited. I didn't believe it until the minute I saw the Mimic there, everything connected. I was of course. I had some suspicions, and even with the audio, if you like replay it after knowing it, or watching people play it, you can hear the glitches, and it not being him, definitely. Yeah,
like towards even like in the elevator, you can hear even glitches even happening while he's explaining. Yeah, like, but the whole time I was totally oblivious. I didn't know. I didn't know until the elevator scene.
I was catching on slowly. Because also, since we just played as him in Security Breach, it doesn't feel like something Gregory would do. Like, he beat up those animatronics. I think he can make himself... I think he could, like, get out of the Pizzaplex on his own. Like, he was in there stuck, and he did all that on his own in the first game.
Exactly.
It didn't sound like him.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't... Yeah, it was just... It caught me off guard. As soon as the Mimic showed up, that's why I was like, oh my god. It all makes sense.
So what did you, like, think it... Like, when it was not Gregory, like... When he threw the walkie-talkie, or when he like started standing up?
When he when he started talking, that was when like the robotic voice started playing too. That's when I knew. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. But like other than that, no.
Completely oblivious. Did you know what it was gonna be?
Or no.
What were you expecting?
I thought I was gonna see Gregory right there.
You thought you were gonna see Gregory behind them?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be behind the wall, but yeah. Like that actually caught me by surprise. I didn't see any clues or anything leading up to him being not Gregory.
I was expecting him to be like Burnt Trap, because I already read like all the books and all the theories about it being the Mimic. So I was expecting the other person not to be Gregory was going to be the Mimic, but I didn't know how the Mimic was going to look. And I thought I saw some spoilers online. I was like, no, those are fake. I keep thinking like it's fake until like when you see it, like, okay, it's real.
Oh, thank God I did not click any audio files, to be honest. Thank God I didn't click on anything. I was completely blinded when I first played.
You didn't see any, like, did you not see the Glamrock Bonnie plush leak either?
I believe I did, but I thought it was like another concept because there's like there's like a guy on Instagram that does concepts all the time, so I didn't know it was real or actually fake, because like the way he makes him and designs him looks so believable. So I'm like,
that's when I saw that plush. I was like, dang it, I got spoiled for that.
No, I didn't know until later.
Not getting spoiled.
Oh yeah, I went on Twitter a few times, or I'm sorry, X.
X. It updated for you too.
Yeah, it sucks. Like a few days ago. Like,
well, mine was just yesterday, so I have to deal with it. I think like was it Monday or I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday, but I just had to deal with it this week.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, but every time I go on there, I just see Ruin spoilers, and then you have to scroll down to see it. But I of course didn't see. I didn't continue until I finished Ruin myself.
Oh man.
But yeah, other than that, Ruin, the whole premise for me, They nailed it. They nailed everything about it being scary and more different from the base game. Because yeah, it's completely different from the base game.
They took
so
like everybody's opinions and what they think about it and put it into the game in a good way.
exactly, they were like, okay,
They listened to everyone.
they did not like the whole 80s and colorful stuff. So let's just make it towards. Well, I'm personally a fan of Security Breach's premise, the base game.
And they could have made Security Breach scary. All they had to do was like dim the lights, add some fog or shadow.
Yeah,
they could have made it really scary. Like it doesn't have to be all ruined to be scary. They could have made Security Breach scary. But I guess they just missed it a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, I love Security Breach in general. But of course,
it's just like the memories with it. I feel.
Yeah. I loved it when it came out. Like,
I
was the biggest fanboy of Security Breach. Like,
it was so good.
But yeah, so this DLC pretty much just nails the coffin of it being actually scary, and they take in everybody's opinions, like you said, and they just made it something really good.
Everyone what they wanted, a clear story, good gameplay, the animations, everything was improved.
Yeah, they pretty much improved everything. Yeah, they got him better with some stuff, and they fixed a lot of stuff. Even though when the DLC actually launched at first, of course, there's some bugs slipped through.
Oh, yeah, the mask. Did you see that mask bug?
The mask. No, I don't think I did.
It was a mask, but I didn't experience it, but I saw YouTubers talk about it. Some people, when they put the mask on, do you know like how the mask works in game, like the way it works?
Yeah.
That has been 2 maps and it teleports you instantly.
No.
You didn't know that?
No.
Well, fun fact: the map is there's 2 different maps, and the minute you put the mask on, it instantly teleports you to the second map.
Oh yeah.
And when you take it off, it does that. So some glitches about someone takes it off and it just puts you floating and you fall into the map.
Oh,
that was like, yeah, I didn't experience that at all, but it turns out many people actually experienced that.
Yeah, I didn't experience it once. No.
I know I didn't experience it once either.
That's surprising. Yeah.
I saw people experience. I was like, I didn't get to experience that at all.
I didn't know it was like a completely different map. I thought it was just like a filter,
like a texture.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like a completely.
In the beginning, I was wondering how they did that. It's like. Because, like, how do they remove items? It was just, I wonder how they did it. And that's why it took longer to load into areas, because they had to load 2 maps.
Exactly. Yeah, of course, even today, they fixed a little bit, but even when you put on the mask, it still bugs out, and it takes a long time
and
to load.
lags for a few seconds in the beginning.
It's not as smooth, but at least they're getting there. But besides all that, the Ruin DLC for me, it was kind of, I would say... It's a hit. Yeah, it's a hit, but like I wouldn't say it's a complete on the target, because of course not everything is perfect. This Ruin, the DLC has a lot of stuff that could have been made so much better and put in some more stuff that could have been a lot favorable.
Like the West Arcade. Where was that?
Yeah,
no West Arcade.
No, exactly. Like even in my my hopes and expectations for Ruin, I mentioned that I hope we get completely free roam to explore the entire map of Ruin, but we did not we did not get free exploitation, sadly.
It was that's what they called it, the linear gameplay, when you go through, then they talked about the story without like Security Breach, you going back and forth to different places, free roaming.
Yeah, but it would have been nice to see the Atranium. Like the main place.
I realized that we never seen it. We're going to events in the different locations.
We never saw the Atranium. We never saw the West Arcade. Nothing. We just
L chips.
Yeah, nothing.
Mazer size. Yes, Mazer size did suck in the Security Breach. Everybody hated that segment.
Yeah, I hated it. Yeah.
We didn't get to see any of that.
Yeah, but I was expecting to see the whole Atranium and the main stage and everything, but sadly we didn't. We just got the 2 or a few locations that I kind of didn't like. For example, like Chica's factory, Chica's part, I didn't really like.
Like you don't even need to go to the location in Security Breach to finish the game. For a few hits, that's it. You don't really need to go to that location at all. But now you have to. It's like important in Ruin.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it didn't feel right to pretty much put us in some locations. Like I'm not sure if you noticed. I think you did notice, but like they make us go through these few locations where it just felt bland and you just kept on walking, nothing happening. You just had to do like the fast range stuff again and over and over, keep on walking. There's not much action. This DLC just felt like a whole running simulation. There was like not that much action.
It felt like a simulation because the main functions were get the security nodes, open up doors, and technically walk to Gregory. Like right after the daycare, that whole segment until you get to Monty's area, even Monty's area is still kind of like that. But when you go to the daycare, leave the daycare, you go into the the theater, all that's kind of just like a simulator. You're walking in a straight line, then you go and do some puzzles. The same puzzles, nothing new, and then you just go to Monty's.
I feel like Security Breach did it better with the whole objectives and action. But in this one, it's just mainly walking. Like
it also was a lot shorter too.
It's short, yeah, of course, because it's DLC.
It's a free
so
DLC.
I wasn't expecting it to be very long, no. But
it's definitely high quality. They definitely like upped a lot of things.
Yeah, they got better. But there's still disappointment in it.
Yeah,
like, there's like a lot of disappointment that people don't like, and I didn't personally like either. Like there's some mechanics that you're like, that's not really impressive, to be honest.
Also, people don't really like. Everyone had this whole theory that Ruin is not supposed to be like the next big game, but Ruin is supposed to be a tease for the next big game, being Help Wanted 2. Because it's saying if you look at the Help Wanted 2 trailer, you can see the Phas wrench, the area where you put the Phas wrench.
Yeah. I've seen that.
You go into Ruin. Remember that, like when you click on items, you see information. The Bonnie box says it was my dad's favorite character. And what did you say once you pick up the Phas wrench?
It's just like my dad's. Yeah.
Boom. That's what I'm saying. This Help Wanted 2 when we playing as her dad being the beta tester for the new VR
that
game.
Makes sense. That actually makes sense.
That's what I was saying. I saw some theories on Twitter. I was like, that's why we see the panel there, because he's a worker. He's a Phas worker.
Yeah, he is a Phas
entertainment
worker.
And that would make sense why now we have puzzles and the Phas wrench puzzles in the games to open up doors, because the employees probably went in there to go and like, I guess put those securities up there to lock the door so nobody could sneak in. It makes sense why we didn't see it in Security Breach, and now we see it in Ruin.
Yeah, Yeah, but yeah, that pretty much.
They made, I guess they like kind of made it all make sense, because like in Ruin some things didn't make. I mean, Security Breach, some things like I guess the security way of the game didn't make sense. But now I guess in Ruin they made it seem more realistic.
Yeah, they added more security stuff to make it tie with Help Wanted a little bit. But yeah,
that's why everyone kept saying that that Security Breach, what was it? They're saying that Security Breach was called breaching, like, you know, you breach security.
Yeah.
But in Ruin, it's like you're actually breaching security, because you're turning off all the nodes, turning off all the security.
Yeah.
And the Security Breach didn't actually do that. Everyone kept saying that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people describe that and talking about that, how this is just leading up to Help Wanted 2, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense, but
yeah,
I kind of hope it doesn't a little bit, because it would be nice to see another AAA game revolving around Cassie, if she's still alive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing most people didn't like, the way the endings were, all three.
It was
like
they're all sad.
Like solve it.
They're all sad. Like, they're all sad.
You know,
endings.
even in the secret ending, when you see the mimic and in the costume, if you look at the end, the mimic's not in the costume. He's still left, meaning she's still not safe.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's all bad.
Yeah, so
all sad.
And in the elevator scene, the elevator ending, either she's dead or not. I don't think she's dead. But on the scooper ending, she just stands there looking at the mimic's costume, like he's there.
He's not even in there.
And
so
then
no matter what,
and then it just ends. It's
like
she just stands there watching, so she's just trapped down there. Like,
I was expecting her to walk to the elevator and then play the same cutscene of Gregory saying that.
Yeah.
But then no, it gets faded. I was like, am I missing something?
Yeah, the endings were just abrupt. Like, it was weird. I don't know why they didn't end it differently with the scooper ending.
Yeah. That's why I feel like it is leading up to Help Wanted 2. Even if we don't want it to, I feel like they're doing that.
I think people are asking for a whole other game of Cassie and Roxy. That's what people are asking for.
Everyone wanted that. Like, for them just to be like partners.
Yeah, especially after the elevator ending, I want that too. Gregory was kind of a douchebag if he actually was.
But fun fact, everyone keeps saying that it was the Mimic. Because you know the whole text change?
Yeah,
it said Gregory twice.
Yeah.
Why would it say that?
I think it was that, and while he was talking, you could hear like the speaker pitch change, like the speaker sound. You hear the speaker change or switch, and then he talks again.
I definitely do not think that was Gregory, because how can Gregory control the elevator? He said that he only has maps and he has walkie-talkie. How can he actually control things in the pizza place?
I think the first half when he was talking is Gregory, but the second half is the Mimic.
The minute he talked about we can't let them escape, I feel like that is definitely the Mimic doing that.
Yeah, I think he just basically sabotaged
Also,
her.
there's also theories that Roxy at the end is not even Roxy, and it's the Mimic calling out to Cassie.
Oh no.
Because guess what? If you look at more behind the scenes, or if like when you can't really hear it because in the game they have the other audio, but when
Yeah.
you're talking to Gregory, finding out that Gregory's not there, you hear the mimic trying to mimic Roxy's voice, and you hear like glitches, and he's trying to like get her voice down,
Yeah.
and then in the elevator you hear say Cassie. I don't think that's the mimic.
Probably.
dang.
Hopefully not though.
I know. I hope Roxy's
Hopefully
still
not.
safe.
I hope Roxy's the new Freddy.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay. I think after Help Wanted 2, I don't think we're gonna get another security breach like Security
I
Breach
feel like
2.
yeah, unless we get a new DLC, but
Even
it's
that.
probably is gonna start off the new storyline, which I'm still confused of what it is, because everyone kept saying that after FNAF 6, the minute Security Breach, Help Wanted came out, that's the new timeline, the new era of FNAF.
Yeah.
They're calling it what's it called, Into Madness. That's Scott's nickname for it. He called it FNAF Into Madness.
After
It's-
Help Wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Help Wanted starts the new era.
Oh yeah, and then
Being the
Security
new
Breach.
testing, then the glitch trap virus actually being the
Oh,
mimic
okay.
one virus.
Yeah,
and
it's
all
like a
that.
whole different story now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Help Wanted
all the
started
old
something.
characters are gone. It's just
Okay.
new.
Yeah. So it's just
That's
Help
what I was
Wanted,
saying.
Security Breach, Ruin, and now Help Wanted 2.
Even the AR. Even though it doesn't
AR,
seem like it has a story to it, but in the emails, it was talking about how Vanessa made her suit, made the Vanny suit,
Yeah.
talking to the virus.
Yeah.
So
So
all them
AR is
connected
part
now.
of it too.
Yeah. I'm just curious of how everything's gonna play out now. Which ending's canon?
I think people are saying the Princess Quest ending is
Oh
canon.
yeah, but then everyone keeps saying now that have you seen the whole controversy with Freddy and Prototype Freddy?
No. I just think
It's a huge war against that.
Oh yeah.
About saying that was he a prototype all along? Is that why he said that I'm not me? The line at the end of the fire ending. It's a whole thing
It
going
makes sense.
back and forth about that.
But
Yeah,
the whole prototype under his foot text, I don't think that wasn't there in the first
it
base
wasn't.
game. Yeah, that's why I'm
Everyone's
like,
saying, what if it's like a Woody incident? Like like they scratched it off. Like it was always there. It's just painted over, and it gets
Yeah.
scratched off now.
and
But they
him
put
with
it there for a reason.
definitely. And even like in the trailer of Ruin, they zoomed in, where you can't even see prototype under the foot. Like these.
Imagine if it was in the trailer. Imagine how everyone's like going
people
crazy.
are gonna be. Yeah. But I think the Princess Quest ending, I think, is the canon ending. So
Yeah, it
Vanessa's
adds up.
free. Yeah, Vanessa's free. Gregory took Freddy's head, and that might explain why Freddy is without a head in Ruin, and now he's
Yeah.
evil. And after the robots took down Freddy, started killing him. Yeah, that describes why he's all beat up in Ruin.
And he's in
Probably.
the same area with the same animatronics. People keep trying to fight that's not the Freddy that is, but like, there's so much evidence that it has to be the Freddy. We didn't see the prototype, and it wasn't scratched off.
He was in Phasor Blast too. Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone keeps saying it's because he has a present in his stomach that it's a different Freddy. Like, it
yeah.
is pretty like. How does he have the present though? That's the one thing that doesn't connect everything. If he already gave it to Gregory.
I personally think that's the same Freddy. Personally, because
I definitely do think so too.
I think that's the same Freddy, but like, I don't know, the present and the prototype thing, it just
makes some things off.
it doesn't connect fully.
Yeah.
And okay, besides all that, what are your disappointments with Ruin? I already know mine. I already have a few things.
I wonder if we have the same now. I guess there's many. I guess the first disappointment was that it wasn't longer. Yes, I was expecting it to be short, but I was expecting it also to have like clear endings.
Yeah.
And actually, one thing was I was expecting it to have one ending, and it was in me. That's it. You go to the story, and everybody has the same thing.
No. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. There's no one ending.
I know. I was expecting it just to be simple, but no, they did not do that.
With FNAF, it's never simple. It's never just a simple
It's
ending.
Freddy's at this point.
There's always at
And I
least two
feel
or
like
three.
Another disappointment for it is, of course, DJ Music Man. Where is he?
Yeah,
We all
where
miss
is
him.
he? I didn't even think
I
about
did a whole
him.
video on that.
I didn't even think of him while playing. To be honest,
No, I missed him so much.
I forgot
I was
about
like,
him.
where is he?
I forgot about him.
That was the one character I was sad about. But I guess another thing I also don't like is also people kept talking about this on Twitter too, and I thought about it too. How it kind of stripped their personalities away. Like she can't talk, so we can't see her going crazy unless you give her the beak. But that's like pointless because she only says one line.
Yeah.
And Monty's like a crazy savage dog at that point.
I mean, to be fair, he's always been like that.
And he's always been. Because
He's
now,
always
it's
been
like
like that.
also, how come he can't speak anymore? Like, did they take his voice box too?
Yeah,
Like,
he does
he can't
speak a little bit though, but obviously it's just all illusions when he put on the mask.
Yeah.
You can hear him, but it's just all basically illusion hearings. But yeah, he
I'm
never
trying to think of like
talks.
another thing to be disappointed, but I think it was a. I don't know if there's anything I should be I is disappointed in. I'll see yours. I want to see what you're disappointed in.
Okay, first,
See if I
the lack of exploration areas that you can explore. Like I said,
it's all like
I
a
wish,
path.
yeah, I wish you can explore the whole place. But even then, it's just asking for too much. I know. But
I know,
like,
though. Imagine designing a whole map just for you to explore.
at least like the main area, not like the underground tunnels or anything. Nah, just like the
Because many people
Atranium.
had the same problem with Security Breach, how it was too much area, and that the problem with Security Breach was the mall was too big.
Yeah,
of course,
and
you
lack
like
of
that.
direction. Yeah,
But yeah, everyone kept saying that. That's why I guess with Ruin they didn't want to do that.
I don't know. For me, Ruin, it just felt too closed in. You know?
Yeah, like you're always like you're on a strict path and you know exactly where you're gonna go.
And just basically walking simulators, going to room, hallways,
Yeah.
hallways. It got kind of boring after a while. And even like the quote unquote boss fights, I was
They had
expecting
boss
like
fights.
I wouldn't say boss fights, just more like I don't know, just seeing the animatronics just walk around. For example,
I
in
don't think there's really any boss fights. Like
No.
Security Breach felt like they had more boss fights.
Security Breach
like-
definitely had boss fights, quote unquote, but Ruin did not
Like
have
Burn
any.
Trap, DJ Music Man. I don't know if you consider Eclipse a boss fight.
No,
maybe.
I wouldn't. No,
No, I mean like the Security Breach version of Sun and Moon. Would you
I would
consider that a boss fight or
no, not really a
definitely
boss
not
fight.
Eclipse and Ruin because
No.
Eclipse is a sin at Frozen. Like
Yeah, no.
that's not really a challenge.
But for Moon, I would say the Moon section in the base game,
Yeah.
I would say it's a
somewhat more like one.
little boss fight, I guess. But I wouldn't put him in the boss fight category, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's more like a
Monty
survival.
definitely. I feel like it was. I feel like Monty's was. in the
Monty
original
kinda.
game.
Chica, no.
Yeah, he had to always outrun him. Even
Yeah.
though none of them like the traditional boss fight, where you have like a gun or something fighting them.
Yeah.
It was not really like that. But in Security Breach, it felt like there was more boss fights. Now it felt like they're already destroyed, so there's no point in destroying them anymore.
But honestly, I was expecting more boss fights and fighting and Ruin. Like
Yeah,
actually
but it was
destroying
more
them.
like just hiding. Not hiding. It's just more like they said, timing. Like you had to time everything.
Yeah, and like another thing I didn't like, I will go for like by character interactions or boss fights a little bit. The first one I didn't like was Sun and Moon's section, the daycare.
Oh, Eclipse?
Yeah.
In Ruin or Security Breach?
Ruin. I didn't like how it was basically just turning on 2 generators and that's it. I was
and, the
expecting
thing, and it was like no threat except
Yeah.
for Max. That whole bunny thing.
yeah, I
That's,
was
like, the
I was
only
expecting him to start chasing us or something, but
Yeah.
no, he just sits there and we just turn on the generators, that's it. Which is kind of disappointing.
I know, because even also I forgot to say that's the thing about this. I was just thinking about the main disappointment with Ruin is that with the mask, it makes it way too easy. Ruin is way too easy. That's the main problem. Security Breach,
Yeah.
I died many times. With Ruin, I only died like what 4 or 5 times in my entire playthrough, and
Yeah.
multiple times it was just because like I knew where I was going. Like the game, you only died because you made that one mistake, but it was way too easy because the minute Max pops up, you just take off the mask, and that's it.
And we just
Unless
sit there.
there's like a thing stopping it, but that only happens a few times. It's like way too easy. The DLC. Yes, it's scarier, but it's way too easy.
They could have made it more
FNAF's
challenging.
known for being hard,
Yeah.
but to get that ending, unlike the original ending in Security Breach, the true ending they called it,
Yeah,
even though
yeah.
I don't think it's true anymore now. But that ending, you had to like do the whole thing without saving. When it first came out, not now. You have a new save
Yeah,
station,
yeah.
but without saving, all that was a challenge. Now it's not a challenge, and FNAF's usually known for doing hard things as its final true secrets. That's what my
especially with
complaint was.
and especially with the autosave system too.
Yeah,
It's just
I liked the autosave station at some points.
yeah.
But when it came to the ending, I feel like the save should not have been there, and you had to go to the. Yeah, I feel like you should have replayed the entire game, go to the cameras, open up the secret door, all that without dying. No switching
Yeah.
chapters, all that stuff.
Because if you
that would make
technically,
it
yeah, exactly. Because
difficult.
if you technically speedrun it, the DLC is not even 2 hours long. That's if
If you know what you're doing, you
Yeah.
get everything in the game. Like Markiplier, who's getting the secrets, he just replayed the game and did it really quickly. If
Yeah.
you know what you're doing, it's a short game.
It's it's like 2 hours at best.
And it's extremely easy. And also, the scare factor goes away once you already played it all. Like,
Kinda,
when you know
yeah.
what to expect, that's when it's not scary that much. That's
Especially-
definitely my main complaints with it, too.
yeah, too easy. Not that many threats as the base game.
Yeah.
But one thing I did like though, the lack of security bots. Because that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's like one of my biggest hatreds of the base game. Security bots
They're,
are
like,
like
all over
10,
the place.
10 feet apart from each other. Like I
I
hate the
know, like there's
bots.
no point in that.
Please take some of them off. Like
That's
damn.
why I like. Yeah, that's the one thing. Also, the Max bot popping up. When I first played it, I thought his name was Mattbot, so I kept saying they lied to us. But I realized his name is Mask Bot, and they
Maskbot,
kept saying
yeah.
that Mattbot's not coming back. So I was like, okay, I believe that. Played the game, and I thought they lied, but I forgot his name is Mask. So
Maskbot.
they didn't lie.
Another section I didn't really like. Well, it's easy now that I played it and played it a few times or beaten it.
Which one?
The mini DJ Music Man part. That one kind of
Oh, yeah.
threw me off the first bit, because even when you call them up to like another place in the cameras, there's always at least one that stays where the
Oh, do you know
security
why
node-
it does that?
Yeah, why?
That's exactly what I explained earlier with the maps. When
Uh-huh.
it does that, the maps, some of them glitch and stay in the area. So when you take the mask on and off, one or two get left behind.
Yeah, it
And
sucks.
it's a bug. That's why, because they don't belong in that section. So when you call it over, they can stay because they don't belong there.
Basically
That's,
blocking you
that's
to
actually
get
a
stuff.
bug, if you're wondering.
Oh damn. Yeah,
That's why everyone experienced it though. That's the thing that everybody experienced no matter what.
yeah. That's what I experienced. My friend just said to call them up to the place first, like to gather them up together, and then call them to the other place, and that kind of worked.
Yeah, I used to kind of like maneuver around that one because for me, like Frozen. I don't know if yours
Yeah.
is Frozen too, but I like maneuver around it really slowly and then just got it and left. But it was definitely a little bit confusing to know where to get the nodes, the wires, and all
Yeah.
that.
Because
That's
sometimes
why
it
my
doesn't.
my second
light up.
playthrough, I just ended it there. I was like, time to go play another time.
It's just it was exhausting, kind of like that's why I
Yeah.
have like I think I have like 4 parts of Ruin, but that's because I didn't know what to do towards the ends, and I was like, yeah, it's just
Yeah,
basically walking.
Also, like Monty was like walking around like the catwalks. For me, it was like I didn't know what to do in the beginning. I was sitting there for like 5 minutes, not knowing I was supposed to use the little like shooter thing to get the door down. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was like that for 5 minutes. I didn't know what to do.
that was like my first instinct, just to put on the mask. And I
Oh
just
man,
saw, like,
not me. I was putting a mask on. I didn't bother looking for that. But when it comes to the first hour, like after Eclipse, I knew what to do in secure. Like it took me only 1 hour to be exact, like 50 something minutes. Edited it down to like 40 something minutes. 'Cause I died once there. And
Yeah.
that from the beginning of the game to after Eclipse, after you leave the daycare, I felt like that was like the clearest thing what to do. It's like one path. After that, I
Yeah.
got a little bit like annoyed with the endos, but it wasn't that annoying.
Oh
You
yeah,
just take off the mask and hide.
the endos wasn't that bad as in the main.
I died the most there though. That's like the
Really?
most I died.
I
was
didn't.
2
I
times.
didn't die to the endoskeletons.
You didn't die to
surprisingly.
the
No,
endos?
surprisingly, I didn't, because I knew when
Oh,
once you
man.
put on the mask, you're basically invisible to them. So that's why I'm like,
I know,
okay,
but the
this
thing is
part
that the mask pops up and you have to take it out.
Yeah, even
So
then,
I-
I just stand in the corner and just stare at them until enough
Oh,
time has
man.
passed, and then I just put it back on. It was
I guess
easy
I
that
was
part.
trying to do everything too fast.
And even like in the daycare center with the endoskeletons, even after taking off the mask and doing the security nodes, like in the little theater where it played
Yeah.
Gregory getting chased by Vanny.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure if
I
you saw
didn't know that the first time.
Yeah.
I only saw that
I saw
after I played it.
the first time I put on the mask. I saw the big the big endoskeleton, right?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you had to go inside the mouth.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, me
there's,
too.
There's no indication where you have to go. So
Yeah,
I'm
I had
just-
to
I'm
look
just
that
like,
up. I was there for like 5 minutes, looked it up, I was like, okay, what do you do?
Oh, you have to go in the mouth. Yeah. Thanks for
I
telling
did
me.
not know that.
Thanks for
They
telling
should
me,
have made
Dan.
that clear.
Yeah, or like a spotlight or something, but
Yeah.
there's nothing.
So I guess another
no.
thing is now, what do you think about the character designs? Like, what do you think
Oh.
about all the rune designs?
I actually like them. Even though I think the weakest design, personally, I think is the mimic, because he's just basically just an
yeah.
empty endoskeleton without the eyes.
The mimic design may have been weaker, but the one thing is it's extremely accurate. Because did you ever read like any of the books or see anything talk about the books?
Ah.
The Tales from the Pizzaplex.
Oh no, I was going to start reading them because it's just the pizza.
Oh, it's really
but-
important to the story.
Yeah, I
Fun
didn't.
fact: there's
didn't know.
multiple Pizzaplexes, but there's
Oh,
only
yeah.
one Mega. The one we
Oh,
play
yeah?
in is called the Mega Pizzaplex, but there's multiple separate Pizzaplexes around the world
Oh yeah.
with
I didn't know
different rides, different amusement parks, different characters.
Oh wow.
It's really interesting. And then in those stories, they kept talking about the Mimic, talking about that's how we all knew about the Mimic before the Mimic became in the games.
Yeah.
In the story, they kept talking about the code, and they talked about how the design was. It's just like an empty endoskeleton made like way before, like it was made during the Afton hour, when he was killing all those
Yeah.
kids and all that stuff. And he was filled with agony, and he was like a program meant to keep a kid safe. So the game obviously doesn't explain any of that. So when you actually read the books, it does.
Uh,
But the one thing is also, if you didn't notice, because you have to watch like those hacking videos and they glitch out of the world to see
yeah.
it. But the minute, not mimic, the minute Roxy goes and takes the mimic down and you run, if
Uh-huh.
you glitch out of the map and look at the fight scene, they animated it for a few more seconds, and the first thing the mimic does is grab Roxy's head and tries to pull it off. Because in the books, how the mimic actually kills his enemies is by first going to the head and taking it off.
Oh,
I was like, look at that attention to detail.
I might go
Like,
back.
you wouldn't
'cause-
even notice that unless
Yeah.
you read all the books and you had to glitch in the game just to see that.
Oh.
I was like, wow.
I might go back and watch that because I have the tool, so I can just glitch out.
Oh, you do? I didn't know I had
Yeah.
a tool. What tool is that?
It's the UU client, so basically Unreal Engine unlocker, and
Oh.
I also have the menu for security breach. I'm not sure if you see those modded videos where
Oh
they.
yeah, I've seen the
Yeah.
Have you seen Astrospiff, that YouTuber?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I mainly watch for all the stuff. I did not
Yeah.
know how to like glitch out.
Yeah, he has that menu. I have the same one. I installed it yesterday. I've been playing around with it.
Oh,
That one and the
that sounds so
unlocker.
fun.
The unlocker one is a different thing, so you can actually pause the game and debug the camera, and then you can get screenshots for thumbnails and everything. That's how I do with my thumbnails sometimes. My recent video, the jump scare compilation, I
Yeah.
used the unlocker, and I froze the game. I went to the characters and I waited for them to do a pose, and that's when I screenshotted.
Oh, I saw that thumbnail, the one with the art on it too. I think I have it right here. Yeah, it's right here.
I-
Oh, that's how you got those shots?
Yeah, I
Oh,
I
thought you used
freeze.
renders.
No. I freeze the game and I debug the camera. And then I go to the characters and I
Oh,
screenshot them.
wow.
That's
That
pretty
is
much
so
how you do it.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, the whole time to get screenshots, I had to go back in my editing, slow
Oh,
down the
yeah?
video so much, get the perfect frame, and then edit everything else around it.
Oh,
So
yeah?
much effort for no reason.
No,
Wow.
I've been using that since project, but they patched it in project, so you can't do that anymore with the menu.
You're able to patch it?
Yeah, they patched it.
Oh, because it's a multiplayer game.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
single.
yeah. But before
makes sense.
it worked. Before it worked, I used it for one of my project playtime videos. I unlocked the
Oh.
camera and then I got screenshots.
That is so cool.
Yeah, but it's mostly known for or used for solo games, so it works
Oh.
perfectly with Ruin and Security
That's
Breach.
why I feel like that, because that in solo games it's no point, but in multiplayer,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cheating.
But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, Ruin, as a game, in the beginning when I first finished it and first started playing a couple playthroughs,
Uh-huh.
I was dead straight on it being the best FNAF game ever made. I was like
Oh, yeah.
so positive that, but now that a week passed and I've seen like every
Everything.
secret,
Yeah.
everything explained, I could definitely say it's not the best anymore.
The best. Nah.
I feel like I'm just, because for me, I became a FNAF fan when the Sister Location came out. I don't know when you did. When did you become a FNAF fan?
Day 1, 2014.
Oh, day one.
yeah. I remember
Oh, for
vividly.
me, it was not.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, no.
yeah.
I was like,
I've been
when Sister
since the
Location came
beginning. I've been since the beginning.
out, man,
I was 10 years
was
old. I was 10.
But definitely for Poppy, I was. But you were there like what, when the first trailer came out, or when
Oh.
Markiplier and everyone started picking it up?
For Poppy or for?
Oh, Five Freddy's.
Oh yeah. The first thumbnail ever I've seen was Markiplier's. Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
Markiplier was basically where I learned FNAF. I was in vacation when it came
Oh,
out,
man.
so I remember sitting on my grandma's bed, my grandma's bed, and I saw Markiplier's thumbnail, and I was like, what is this? That looks scary. And yeah, that's basically where Financial Freddy's
Man,
came
I
into
became
my
a fan
life.
like after like a couple of years until Sister Location came out.
Oh yeah, I haven't even finished Sister Location. I don't think I've ever played Sister
You
Location.
know, fun fact, I have actually never played any of the original Five Freddy's games, except for
Oh,
the
no way.
one I first started playing was FNAF 6 Pizzeria Simulator.
Oh yeah, I haven't even played that one. I haven't even
I thought
played
it would be a
Ultimate
fun
Custom Night.
video to do, just playing the OG game.
You have to play the OGs,
That's
especially
what everyone's
2.
saying. That it's like 60% of FNAF fans never played the game. They only watch people talk
Yeah,
about it.
the quote
Like,
unquote
wow.
new FNAF fans. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to play the old games too. to
That's
pretty
why
much get
I'm
the
really
experience.
like I don't know what's like, for me. I'm like so torn apart which one I think is the best. Because Help Wanted, I saw what every other YouTuber got early access. I didn't get a VR headset back then, so it was a nope. I couldn't play it at all. So I was watching everybody
Yeah.
have early access, and I was like, I love that game. I feel like it's really good because it has all the
It is.
memorable things the original games had.
Yeah, I played
with
it on
new
VR.
things.
I played it on VR. It was scary. It's
Oh yeah,
scary
I played a
in
little
VR.
bit, but then
Yeah.
I never finished it. I, was
I
like,
never
"No,
finished it
I'm out."
either. I think
I was like,
Finished
I'm
the
out.
first game, the second one, the third one I played a little bit, but other than
Like
that, I
Night
was
Towers
scared.
and the vents. No, those two
No,
levels.
I was too scared to play.
It's way like it's so different watching someone play versus you in
Yeah,
VR.
of course, yeah.
But of course, we're gonna have to finish Help Wanted 2, man. We're gonna have to go through there
I don't have a
and do
PS.
it
I don't have a.
100%.
I don't have a VR headset, so I'm gonna have to be watching
Oh,
that. I don't think I'm gonna play it.
what about the Quest 3? That's gonna be coming out soon.
No, I don't have any VR headsets. Like,
You
or
plan to get that one? That's gonna be the thing. Is really good.
I don't know. Like after using the PSVR headset for a few years, I don't know. I like VR, but it sometimes gets boring after a while for me.
Like when do you
So-
have enough VR?
Yeah. Okay, and the final thing I didn't like.
Oh
the,
yeah. See.
I would say the quote unquote well, I wouldn't say quote unquote, the ending chase. It was kind
Oh
of
yeah, that.
kind of disappointing.
I was expecting it to be really claustrophobic, like Poppy's chase scene in the first game.
I thought it was gonna be like a
Yeah,
whole boss battle. I thought we were gonna have to fight him.
Oh no, I was
run.
expecting it to be a chase scene. The minute we started running and then he was behind us. But it feels like he's so close, yet he's not. And then when it comes to you doing the door, it turns out they teleport him backwards and he moves super slowly, giving you
He does.
enough time to do it.
He
You can
does.
still die though, but it's like really hard to die there.
It's not really the best ending per se.
Like, yeah, Security Breach had its cartoony cutout. I mean, the whole comic
Comics,
book endings, and
yeah.
it looked like it was like low quality, but at least they had more going for it. Like they explained a little bit more, not just ended at a cliffhanger with you not knowing what happened to the character you just played as.
Yeah, I would say
I agree with
Ruin's ending is kind of
Like
the most
everything in the
disappointing
game, the story wise was so strong, but when it came to the ending, it was just you running in a straight,
Yeah.
well, a couple of curvy lines to find the ending,
was boring.
which is unsatisfying.
It was really boring. But
That's why when I
honestly,
finished
yeah.
the first ending, I was like, "Oh, there's two more. Great! Kind of finally get to see the true ending, and it'll explain a lot more." But nope, the Brazil ending and then the costume ending just did not explain anything.
the costume is just so random. Like,
I know.
I don't know why they
Even though they
added
did, people explain it saying because that shows how the mimic can easily just change and keeps switching his personalities, and how he manipulated many people. I'm saying that's the reason why they put the ending in there, but I did not find a reason why they need to put the scooping room in there. Like,
Yeah.
why?
it was I don't know. I don't know what they were going for.
That was strange, though.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going for with that. Especially with the other endings too, just abrupt
I know.
endings.
And everyone's saying that
It's
Burn Trap is still in the charging station.
just-
Everyone is saying that he's still there.
I don't think.
That's what I was
I don't
expecting
know.
Burn Trap, but no, he did not appear at all.
No, he doesn't. The Blob does though, for like a second.
Oh yeah, for a second, and
Yeah.
that's it. Also in the final names is called Tangle.
Tango.
I was like, okay, because in like I definitely think you played FNAF World.
Yeah, I did,
You
but
played it?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I finished it. I think I just.
I didn't get to play it before they took it down. I was like, oh, dang.
I played it a little
But
bit. Yeah.
they have a character called Tangle, and everyone's like, look, it's canon. I was like, wow, look at that, like FNAF fans, man.
Oh my god. But other than that, I would say the whole Ruin thing though.
Ruin, I wish it came out during October and it had more time,
more
to build
time
a little bit more.
to put more stuff in.
Like it looks like it definitely looks finished, but I feel like there was definitely missing so much more. And it
I
took
know.
them a lot less time to make this than Security Breach because definitely when it comes to Ruin, like they have everything already done. They have the characters done, the story done, the characters, the map, everything's already done. But when it came to Security Breach, they have to think out every character, think how they're gonna play out, make the entire map. Security Breach felt so like unfinished when it came out because they had to focus on everything else first. So when it came to gameplay, they didn't get to really do that much. But in Ruin, they did. That's why the
Yeah.
animation, you can see more character animation, more character designs, and everything looks more finished with less time because, you know, it's a smaller game and because they already knew what to do and it's like, they knew it.
Yeah, exactly, and they kind of put it off.
Yeah.
Except not put a lot more than what we were expecting. Like,
It's definitely my top 3 favorite games of FNAF. Don't know what 1 and 2 is. I'm still like, I'm
Oh.
really confused what 1 to 2 is for me. I definitely do think Help Wanted should be 1 or 2, but don't know. That's why I'm really looking forward to Help Wanted 2.
yeah,
really looking forward to that.
my first favorite game of all time of FNAF is Final Fantasy Freddy's 2. Final
Oh,
Fantasy
2?
2, yeah, that one was my favorite game back in the day in middle school. I was like, quote unquote, the king of Final Fantasy Freddy's 2 because I used to bring my tablet on my phone
Yeah.
to my school and watch, and people would watch me play all
Oh,
day
man.
and beat it. I remember so vividly. Yeah, I was like the king of Final Fantasy 2 back then.
I
And
definitely do think that like the game also depends on your memory with the game. Like Security Breach, everyone likes it because of the memories they had with it.
definitely.
And also FNAF 2 had a lot. It was like FNAF 1. It definitely felt like a sequel. They added like a whole bunch of new mechanics, whole bunch of new characters, more story. It felt like definitely a sequel to a game, a really good one.
But even
So FNAF 3, I was mixed on that.
yeah, because FNAF 2 is not like a sequel per se. It's like a prequel.
Oh yeah, kind of like a prequel, but
Yeah.
it felt like a sequel.
Definitely.
But of course, it's FNAF, so it has to be
And of
confusing.
course, it's the most challenging FNAF of all time too. Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 2. Which is
Did you beat it in VR though?
VR? I don't think I did. No.
I only played a little bit in the beginning. I was like, I'm out. I was like, this is too much.
No. I struggled beating Night 6, but I finally beat the whole game again. So much fun though.
Yeah,
But I would say Security Breach is either number 2, or number 3.
this
like-
is all the good times with it. And then the game.
Despite everything wrong with it, I love Security Breach. Like if you
I know, like even like the whole hype building up around it, waiting for a new PlayStation Live event just to see if there's a new teaser.
Yeah,
Were you among
exactly.
everyone that was doing that? Like waiting for every PlayStation Live event?
I don't think no. I'm just one of those people that just waits for everything to be wrapped up and just sent to Twitter. Because either I'm
Oh no,
busy
me,
or
I was sitting there. I
don't
was
sit-
waiting.
No, I don't think I sit there. I
Then
sometimes
I
do.
waited there for an hour just to get disappointed to see nothing. So the one day I decided to skip it, we get the full gameplay trailer. I was like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me!" I was like, "Wow, of course." And I did
Yeah.
it again for Help Wanted 2. I didn't wait in the PlayStation Live event, and then boom, Help Wanted 2
man.
gets teased. I was like, "Wow."
My whole
Look at that.
my whole vision of Security Breach when the first trailer came out. Oh man, it's like a completely different game than what I thought
I know
it
it
was gonna
feels
be.
so different from the trailers. It makes it like look
Like-
so different. I definitely want to play the original betas.
Yeah,
for
exactly. I
Help-
thought
for
the
Security
mall
Breach.
was gonna be completely different. I thought the mall
But that
was gonna be
really,
like an actual
dark
mall.
and like really dark and eerie. I was expecting it to look like a pizzeria that's not kept up. Like you see dirt, a wall peeling, and like
Yeah.
eerie going on. But nope, it was colorful. Definitely did not expect that when I first played it. Also, the
Yeah.
beginning with Gregory and Freddy, I felt that kind of strange.
But overall, what rating would you get or give Ruin?
I was
1
just
to 10?
the minute you said overall, I was thinking about the overall score.
The
of it.
score of Ruin.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I definitely think it's between a 6 and 7. I might go
6
with a
and
7. It's mainly because the main gameplay gimmick being the mask and the main important thing of the game is kind of like it's too easy. That's what my main complaint
Uh-huh.
was. It was too easy. Just take it off. I feel like it should make it force you to keep it on. Like when things happen and you just keep running away and doing different things. I think hiding spots should definitely been there. Not too much. Definitely the bots. I'm so happy they're gone. But overall, I'll definitely give it a 7 because not because of the game length, just because mainly the game was way too easy.
Uh,
The endings are, yes, the whole game was not as confusing as Security Breach was, but the endings were a lot more confusing than Security Breach endings.
Uh-huh.
They explained it so much easier in Security Breach. Like the pizzeria, it's fires. Fire happened. Gregory and them escaped. Like, okay, they escaped. They're living their happy lives, but we don't know if Cassie escaped. She could be dead
It's
for
like-
all we know. Like, yes, she heard whoever, if it was Roxy or the Mimic, but like,
yeah,
I definitely do think I would give it like a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay.
What would you give it?
Okay, despite everything wrong with it, I already explained what I didn't like about it. Basically, being a walking simulator, there were so many
Yeah.
parts I didn't like where like it felt unnecessary to put in, like the whole
Yeah, it's
AR
taking more time
world.
up.
Yeah, like the whole AR world with the big bunny character was in. I didn't like that
Oh,
part
yeah.
because it just felt weird just to put it there.
Oh
in the middle
yeah,
of the
that
game.
part. The mini it just flashed back to me. That was pointless.
Yeah,
It's just
I don't
you
know.
walking,
I was
so
like,
it's pointless.
why are we just walking through this whole bridge?
Oh wait,
It was
I
weird.
just think of it now. I don't think it's pointless. It was just them trying to make a way for you to get to one location because when you look at the Security Breach map, the location that you left, like I think it was like Monty's place,
Uh-huh.
it didn't add up. That area, like you had to go through a lot more buildings to get to that other building. So that was kind of like an easy shortcut to get to the next one. I think
Yeah.
that's the reason why I did that.
It was like a little excuse.
I don't know.
It was,
It
like
was
an
an excuse to make it easy.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, you're over here. No, we're gonna make you go through this AR world, and then you're here.
Yeah, like
suddenly.
it was very confusing.
Yeah,
It was
I
definitely
like
pointless. There's lots of pointless things in Rune that you usually just take out and it'll be the exact same game.
that. Or at least made it better in a way. But besides all that, I would
It's
say
saturated.
it's not. Ruin is not like terrible,
I know it's not terrible.
I wouldn't
it's
say
a great game.
I wouldn't say it's bad, but like I would just say it's decent. It's a decent DLC.
It's a DLC, not a full game, so we
Yeah.
can't expect it to be like that.
I wouldn't say
And it
it's
was promoted so little too.
kind
So,
of
like,
yeah, huh? It was
like
like
they were ready for it not to be a huge thing. Because fun fact, when Security Breach first came out, the game had a whopping 26,000 people active on the most.
really?
And you had to pay $40 to enter, and there was 26,000. Do you know how many there were for Ruin?
Hmm.
Want to like guess how many people went for Ruin and played it on the same second? If Security Breach had 26.
for Ruin.
Yeah, Ruin.
Either the half of it or a little bit more from 26,000.
It only had 14,000.
Oh damn.
And it was for free, too. And everyone that owned the original one could easily just download it. Yeah, it had more than half. Because if half would have been 13, but no, I actually had a little bit over half because it had 14, not 13.
Uh-huh.
So a little bit over half of what Security Breach had.
Damn.
And it was for free, too. And I was like, dang.
Yeah, that's
Could've been-
really bad.
I know, because I feel like it's because they didn't promote it enough.
You know, no,
Even though
we
everybody
only got like a teaser poster and a few screenshots and one trailer.
Yeah,
That's
all we
all
got
we
was
got.
that leaked TV thing. The first thing we got was a poster, like you said. The leaked TV thing that didn't do anything was everyone was expecting to do something. That one trailer and then the photo saying the date. That was it.
That one and a few
That-
other ones. We didn't
Like,
get
was that
anything.
it? Like, that was like that's all we got.
even
trying to
for
think of something else.
even for Security Breach's the base game, I didn't see much promotion of it. Like,
Oh, that was a lot.
really?
Yeah, they had first of all, they had like multiple trailers. The one with
the trailers, yeah, I know.
Tom Burnchap talking. They had the gameplay trailer. The first trailer ever, we all know, it was Moon being there, and everyone thought it wasn't Security Breach because nobody's seen Moon before.
Yeah.
Then we got the second trailer being the mask, and then we got the final trailer, which is one that I missed and I thought was actually important. And then we also had the promotional TV, which every day for like the past 5 to 3 days they showed a new enemy.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that?
I believe so.
And then
Yeah.
after that, they also had the poster, a whole bunch
Yeah.
of merchandise released, so everybody knew the characters. They definitely, and also they kept hyping us up. Little teasers, like a few second teasers for like the way the game looks.
Huh.
They kept saying descriptions of it. They kept talking about it, and then it got delayed. And then that's why I got so hyped up, and everybody's disappointed when they played it because they were expecting a different game, like you said. Like with everything else, it looked like a different game.
I don't remember when I first heard of Security Breach. I remember me seeing the first trailer, but
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing Help Wanted some. I'm not sure if it was a DLC that shows the Pizzaplex being
Oh,
built.
the Curse of Dreadbear.
Yeah, the one the Pizzaplex was being
Yeah.
built, and I didn't see any of the old teasers. You know, where it shows the Glamrock animatronics. Yeah, I don't think
Well, that
I've
was the
seen
very
that.
first photo showing the shadows of them, and it says
Yeah,
the date.
yeah.
That came out after the Curse of Dreadbear.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Oh, you didn't see any of that?
I don't think I've seen any of that. I don't.
I was there.
I don't.
I was there seeing everything when it came out.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing of Security Breach ever, except when I first saw that trailer. I was like,
Oh,
what is this? It looks like a fan game, like because it's all colorful. Because FNAF never
and
did that
it's
before.
3D for the first time.
Yeah, that's why I was
Not
like,
a
wait,
VR
what
or
is
anything like
this?
that.
Until I saw Five Nights at Freddy's title, I was like, no way, this is an actual game. And then
It seemed
then-
unbelievable.
Yeah, and then when I watched the trailer, I was like, dude, is this actually a real game? Because it's first of all, it's free roaming, it's colorful, and FNAF has never been colorful before. So I'm
That's
like,
why it was definitely a different direction. That's why I think many people didn't like it.
But I'm honestly kind of glad they did, because
Yeah.
it's always good
It's
to
a different-
experiment. Yeah, it's good to
Yeah.
experiment, and they actually made likable characters. Really memorable.
I know everybody liked the
designs.
characters. They all have personalities.
Exactly, and the voice acting too is like one of the first FNAF games that had actual AAA voice
Yeah.
acting too.
Yeah, so I think I'll definitely stick with maybe a 7 rating. What do you rate it out of numbers?
I would give it the flaws, the things I don't like about it, but I did like the premise and how it's
Yeah.
actually different from the base
I'll tell
game.
you, like the majority of the
Yeah, yeah.
game. When you look deeper and you think about it a lot more, like that's why we waited a week.
Yeah,
Like,
there's more
it
dislikes.
definitely it just
Yeah,
hits you a little bit more.
exactly. So, but I would give it at least a 6.7, 6.8. I wouldn't give it a 7 because it's basically a walking simulator.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's
that's
just
why I said in the beginning. I was like probably 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's definitely
Maybe more time will go on. It might go down, might go up.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Exactly. If they were to give it like at least 2 more months, maybe it would have been they would have added more stuff. But from what we got, it's definitely a decent DLC for waiting a year and a half, I would say.
Yeah. It's a short wait, less hype around it. It's decent, and since we got Help Wanted in like how many months? It says
It comes out in,
2023, late.
Yeah, I
2023.
think it's coming in November or winter.
It might be October.
Nah, I think that's too soon. I think they said late 2023, knowing them.
Yeah, they did say late, so who knows?
But I'm just glad we finally got something of Security Breach because it's been over a year and a half.
Yeah.
Since the base game
And
came
it's
out.
the one thing we're looking forward to, everyone.
Yeah, so I'm glad Security Breach is getting stuff again.
Yeah.
The game, even though people hate it, it's actually pretty, it's likable. I like it.
Yeah, it's likable.
I liked Security Breach a lot.
I definitely like the fond memories with it, and watching everybody play and everybody theorize about it.
Oh yeah.
It was definitely really good. And the staying up late at night, it was just so good.
Still have my 2 parts up from when Security Breach first came out, so I like going back to see.
I had a problem with my first playthrough, so I had to play it all again and upload it. So my original thoughts of first seeing it all is gone. I'll never be able to find it again.
My first part and second part were my only parts of playing Security Breach, and then I stopped and I played off the record.
Oh,
I don't know why I did.
man.
I would give it at least a 6.8 out of 10. It was.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it met all of my expectations because I was expecting more Vanny, of course.
Oh yeah, and then we got no Vanny.
We got no Vanny at all. But at least we got something. I'm glad it's out and people are having mixed feelings.
And it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't terrible. No, definitely playable though.
Yeah, at least it's playable. Well,
Okay.
that was a good review. Now we both said our own thoughts about it. I thought it was definitely a good idea to do review together. We both talk about different things we would have probably forgotten our own, see different opinions and different views on what we think about it.
Yeah, exactly. I probably might go back even playing the main game because I actually missed it.
I never played it 100%. I don't have all the endings. So.
Oh yeah, you never played Security Breach? Like you didn't finish all of them?
Oh no, I finished 3 endings, but I only got the back ending when you go in the car in the van. I got the leave ending when you leave Gregory. Got the Faster Blast. I actually got more than 3. Got the Faster Blast one with Vanny. He destroys Freddy. I got the Burn Trap ending, and the only one that I didn't get was the Fire Escape and the Princess Quest, the actual canon one.
Yeah. Last night I've gotten the Fire Escape ending before.
Oh.
But I think I did it on stream, but it didn't play out correctly. Like it froze for most of the cutscene. Yeah, so I didn't feel like I finished it until last night. I went back to the main game and I did it again, and that's why I saw the cutscenes and I was like, okay, now I feel like I 100% finished it.
I felt like you did it.
I finished it. There you go.
I already watched everyone else get all the endings, so I technically already know everything Security Breach has to offer, but I never actually played everything it had to offer. But now we have something to look forward to, being Help Wanted 2.
I can't wait to see
I have hope for that game, and if it disappoints me, I'll be sad. I have so much hope for it.
Oh man,
like it sucks because I have so much hope for it, and I just don't want it to be bad.
No, I don't really have expectations because I don't want to be disappointed. So I'm just waiting for to see what it is.
To go in just like
I want to
no
see
expectations.
What it is. So thank you for joining us to give your opinions and our thoughts. It was really great just leaving it all out and telling our thoughts. Yeah,
we both just go back and forth.
But Ruin, it was decent. We both can agree it was actually
a good playthrough.
Yeah, fun, decent. Not the best, but yeah, good.
Yeah. It's definitely at the end when you finish the game and you get to soak everything in is when it really hits you. But when you're first playing it for the first time, all the hype around finally playing the game, it felt like a blast. It felt like the best thing you ever played.
It felt amazing, yeah. But after a week,
I think if somebody goes into Ruin, the only way they could feel that same way is if they know everything about the past and all the development around it without knowing anything about Ruin.
Exactly.
Once they hop in, they might have the same experience, but nothing will beat the release day in the first couple hours.
Especially,
it was good.
Yeah, just playing the game for the first time, all the adrenaline and all the hype, like you said, it just felt
the jump scares the first time seeing them. You didn't know when it was gonna be.
Exactly, but after playing it, it's just like,
Yeah, overall, it's just a good game, not a great game, just a good game.
And hopefully we get more DLCs in the future. I don't think so, but
who knows? We might get one for Help Wanted 2, because every time they make a new game, they always make a DLC like Help Wanted, then Curse of Dreadbear, then now Security Breach, and then now Ruin. So we're probably gonna get a DLC for Help Wanted 2. Because it's I don't know why they always do that. They make a game, then make a DLC, then they make a new game, and then a DLC.
right?
It's like what they like doing. It's like the format, you know.
Help Wanted DLC, Security Breach DLC.
Yeah,
Help Wanted
like,
2.
It's strange.
Help Wanted 2 DLC, Security Breach 2. It's just like...
Imagine that Security Breach 2. And we go to the other pizza plexes.
Oh yeah.
Not the mega ones, just the other ones. Like
Let's
that
see
would
how it
be
is.
fun.
I might start reading the books then, because I didn't know.
definitely read the
I didn't know there were multiple pizza plexes.
There's multiple ones, different rides, different animatronics. It is
wow.
so interesting.
Yeah, I never knew that. Okay, I'm gonna have to start getting the books then.
Definitely. Or you can just get ebooks and just binge them all. You know.
Oh, true.